we can't hear you. But if you just see one person, if someone in the chat could just kindly just let them know that they can log out and log back in. And if they want to, if that doesn't work, have them clear their cache on their internet or their Explorer. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk.
I never
on their
knew
browser, and they can log out and log back
is.
in again.
I just know
you can literally Google how to clear your cache.
What is a cache?
And it's not like
is it cache or cache?
It's like spelled cache.
Yeah.
So if you could do that, that would be fantastic.
Well, let's talk about making some cache tonight.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's get rolling.
Hey guys, if you're brand new to this webinar, we just want to welcome you to the Now Lifestyle community. We'd love for you to check out the Now Lifestyle page on Facebook. And I absolutely recommend that you get back in touch with the person that invited you here, because that is a person that you're going to lock arms with, and they will help you go from point A to point B. Let that person know what your goals are. Let them know why you want to do this, and then allow them to help you. And you need to be coachable, because they will if you are. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Yeah.
So here's what we are going to do tonight. We are going to literally start over like we haven't even went over anything. We're going to just back up our chairs and roll in like we're doing a brand new person webinar and follow-up, because everything that we want to do is to teach you what you can duplicate in your business to build not just a team, but build traction, build momentum, build people who are doing it the right way. Now, if I was to ask you this, would you rather you were the person that was doing everything in your business, or would you rather, because of the vehicle you've got, show other people how to do what you're doing, and then everybody can help each other and build this massive organization? Which would you rather do?
That one.
That one?
I'd do that.
You want to do that one?
Yeah.
That's what I said. I was like, I want to do that one.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a machine. I want to create a machine that lives beyond me. And how cool is it that Joel Terry and the Now Lifestyle team have implemented tools in a business system that can help you do just that if you want to. Mm-hmm. So here's what now Ashleigh's chair doesn't have wheels on it.
No.
So here's what I'll do. I'll just slide out of the way and slide back in. I don't care.
All right.
Here, watch this. Now I don't know how to get. I don't have. Okay, hang on, because it's.
What are you doing?
New person hops on.
Okay, go ahead.
Ding, and they're on. Hi.
This is what I live with every day.
Don't break character, though.
I know. It's fine. All right.
Hi, guys. Hi.
So typically when we...
Sometimes I say hi 3 times.
That's okay. When we hop on with someone, one thing that we always do is, we want to make sure that we're representing ourselves professionally. So we'll always introduce ourselves. Because there's always that awkwardness. Like when somebody comes on, you're like, hey, you. And it's just something we'll typically do is just be like, hey, it's so great to finally meet you and get to connect online. And, we always give our spiel. We're Adam and Ashleigh Reeker.
I actually think we should just do it.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to ask a question. Do you guys think it would be fun for us to just show you exactly how we follow up verbatim? Because it doesn't really vary much. We're the same every time. Just looking for one yes, and then we're going to get into it.
All right, Paul said yes. Okay, everybody's saying yes. All right, okay, we get it.
Hey, Donald. How are you? You're good? Awesome. Well, hey, Donald. Thanks for hopping on with us this evening. I just want to let you know we're really excited to work with you. And ultimately, what we want to do this evening, really for about the next 30 minutes, is just explain to you who you're in business with first and foremost, that being my wife, Ashleigh, and I. A little bit about our background, because I want you to know that we're real people, and that we'll never lead you astray. We'll never lie to you. We'll be straight up honest with you all the time. And I just want to share some of our background with you. So Ashleigh and I, we live in Omaha, Nebraska. We are both 31 years old right now. She makes 31 look a lot better than I do every single time. I'll tell you what, we found this industry actually about 13 years ago. We were both going to college. Ashleigh had a full ride scholarship. I honestly don't even know why I was involved in college. When I ran out of PE classes, I really actually wasn't interested in going to college anymore. Ashleigh had a full ride nursing scholarship. She was like a real student, okay? And along the way, when I was in college, I actually had somebody approach me about a business opportunity. And we don't need to talk about the name of it or anything like that. But what I was shown was the opportunity to be self-employed at a young age without the $1 million investment, which I was extremely excited about. And so I got very involved in that business, and I actually opted out of college to focus full time on that business. Now, I had no money. I had no business experience, but what I had was a dream, and I was really, really, really driven to go do something. Okay. And really hadn't started making any money in that business or anything like that. But about a year later, I met this young lady. And as I told you, she was a full ride scholarship student. And basically, I told her that I would not date her unless she was a part of my business opportunity. And for some reason, that actually worked.
I just really liked him.
I was probably a lot cuter back then, had maybe a square jaw, you know?
You did have a very square jaw back then.
Anyways, she dropped out of college to join me in a business opportunity that I had not made a single dime in. Her parents didn't like me either. Seriously. Fast forward a year later, we became the fastest growing business owners in the entire Midwest in that opportunity. But what we found over time was that there was no future in it. And when you leave a business opportunity and you have no college education and you have no money, you do what anybody would do, and you go pick up serving jobs at restaurants. And we worked as servers at restaurants for a good 5 or 6 years there. We were very used to having no money or less than money in our checking account every single month. Until this one day when we started to decide to treat our lives like real life business owners. And based on that, we had stumbled across some other opportunities offline that we were successful in, but they weren't really what we were looking for. And then about 8 years after that whole thing happened, Ashleigh and I, based on the success principles we learned from people within this industry, the same people that you're being coached by, we were able to build our first home, and it was a custom-built home, okay? And so what we wanted to talk to you about tonight was basically a system and a vehicle that taught us how to do that type of thing. We just came online here about 6 months ago, and we met a really awesome guy. His name's Daniel Kump, and we found him on YouTube, of all places, and he was doing a video, and I was like, Ashleigh, do you think if I reach out to this guy, he'll respond to me? And we both said, no, probably not, but it was worth a shot, right? I reached out to the guy. Hark, he called me. He picked up the phone and he called me. And then guess what happened? We were actually happened to find ourselves on a meeting just the same way that you and I are right now. And so he started to share with us some things about something called the Now Lifestyle business, and the fact that everything that we had been looking for actually fell under one roof. And so all the while we were chasing down all these other businesses when something that had just launched called Now Lifestyle was all in one place. And if we were willing to plug in and be coachable, we could actually make the same amount of money that he was making, which was a whole bunch. Mm-hmm. And so basically what we want to talk to you about tonight is just making sure you understand what you've got your hands on. We want to make sure that you've got it set up, and then we're going to literally show you in a matter of about 45 minutes how to launch your global business on autopilot that fast, okay? So guys, here's the thing. This is where I literally scoot out of the way because she's just so much better than me at this that I just get out of the way, and she shares the screen, and she starts talking about how to set up your LCS and how to personalize it. And I'm going to come tell you the power of it in just a minute. I'll be back.
Okay. So at this point, I'm talking to Don. Was that our person that we picked?
Oh, Dr. Leaf.
Dr. Leaf. It's a good time. All right. So at this point, here's what I would kind of talk through. And we literally do this the same. We're not robotic in it, but we basically have the same playbook that we run every time because it's duplicatable. Okay. So at this point, I typically would ask, okay, sorry, I'll snap into character now. All right, Don, so I have to ask you, have you had any previous experience in building an online business? Don either says yes or no. Let's say in this case, he says no. Okay, Don, you know what? I just want to give you a little bit of grace to let you know that Adam and I were in the same spot like less than a year ago. We had actually worked in an online business before and had learned some basic fundamentals. But when we first came to Now Lifestyle, we had essentially no other previous background in online businesses. We did a lot offline, but we were always attracted to being able to build a business online, but found that online, there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of white noise out there. And so I just want to let you know that, as we're walking you through these initial steps and phases, that you're going to have some questions, and that is a totally natural thing for people to have. But what I want you to do is just trust us, and trust us in the fact that just basically if you have kids, Don, do you have kids? Don says yes, he has kids. Don, when you first had your child and when they hit about, I don't know, 9 to 12 months, your child decides to get brave and they stand up and they take that first like wobbly step. I'm going to teach you how to take that first step today in your business. Now, in due time, you're going to be taking those first couple awkward steps across the room. And before you know it, you're going to be walking across the room to mom or dad who have their arms outstretched waiting for you. And that's really just how I break it down for somebody. And so really at this point, I'm just going to show you a basic overview of the simple things, the 3 simple steps that you need in order to get your business up and running. And yes, you're going to have questions, but that's what we're here for. And we've got an awesome community that we can plug you into that will help answer your questions and support you along the way because we're all growing this thing together. All right, so I'm going to just share my screen with you here. And what I love is the conference software that we're utilizing actually allows for me to do all of this. This is actually one of the products that is a part of our business tools that we utilize to grow our business. So I'm just going to share my desktop here. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you. And just to make sure, if everyone can let me know, can you see the Now Lifestyle back office? Because that is what I'm sharing right now. Just give me a quick yes. I'm going to flip over just to make sure you can. Okay, good. Everybody can. Awesome. All right. So what I love about this business is that if you can read directions and apply, you can do this business. So what I'm going to have you do is go to nowlifestyle.com and you're more than welcome to follow along with me. I'm happy. And usually, guys, side note, what we sometimes do is we record these webinars with people if they're not taking notes. And even if they are, we'll sometimes record them and we upload them to YouTube. Now, that's a side note, but not necessarily something you need to do. But you can just let them know that there's also videos that walks them through this. So you're going to go to nowlifestyle.com and log in as yourself. And once you get logged in, you're going to see your name up here on the top right-hand side. And if you hear me refer to your back office, this is what I'm referring to. I basically just mean that you're at nowlifestyle.com and you're logged into your members area. Now, from this point, you can actually watch this video first for your success. It says it right there. You're going to watch that video, and it is a message from our CEO and president, Joel Tyrion, who has been in business for well over 20 years. Joel essentially walks you through kind of where to find essential items for your business, where you can go for support. And what I actually do at this point is I play like 30 seconds to usually a minute of this video because it gives them just enough. And I let them know. So I would say, hey, Don, I just make sure that if you haven't watched that video to go back and check it out. Now, from this point, what I want to do is walk you through the 3 simple steps that we took to get our business up and running. So what I'm going to do is go to dashboard and click on business. Now from here, there are a couple of things that I want you to do. Now there's tons of different videos under here, but all I want you to do right now, Dawn, is watch videos 1, 2, and 3. After that, stop. Don't do anything else because at this point you are ready to get your business and up and running and start driving traffic. Now, depending on how you want to do that, and I'll have Adam speak to that in just a minute, because really it depends, driving traffic is totally up to you. This is your business, and there are various lanes and ways that you can drive traffic in your business. All right. So at this point, walking them through just some high-level overviews of the videos. So, if you haven't gone and watched these videos, Dawn, go through and watch video 1. And really what it is it's an overview to Now Lifestyle, how to get your business up and running quickly. Step 2 is going to talk about how to set up your LCS. And I'm going to talk about your LCS, or what is also known as your lead capture system. That is kind of like the machine that gets your business up and cranking and running on automation. And then step 3 is understanding how to drive traffic and get sales. And obviously that's the whole goal of having any business, is to be able to drive traffic to that business and have sales or commissions happen for you. All right. So Don, I want to kind of walk through something here. Number 1 is the importance of having traffic coming to your business and some of the simple things that we can do in order to get your business up and running. So I'm just going to pause here for a second and talk to you for a minute about this and the importance of traffic to your business. So let's say, for example, that I am, here, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. All right, let's say, for example, that I am a traditional business owner and I own a coffee shop. And I make a decision to go out and rent a place where I can have my coffee shop set up. I buy the espresso machine, I get the beans, I buy the cups and all of the accoutrement that you need for a coffee shop and muffins and all this good stuff. And I don't tell anybody that I'm opening my coffee shop. I'm just kind of assuming like, yeah, I'm on a busy street and people are going to come in and naturally find me, and that's cool. And I open my doors, and on day one, nobody comes in. No one. Day two happens, and like one guy walks in off the street who buys like a 75-cent cup of coffee. And so on and so forth. That continues for about a month. And a month approaches, and I'm looking at my overhead and running my business and keeping the lights on and paying my salary and my employee's salary. And I'm like, this is not going very well, right? Now, let's say, for example, that I was proactive and I did all of those things, got the building, got the beans, the espresso machine, and all that stuff. And I made a decision to go out and advertise. I put flyers up around the town that I was a part of. I posted Facebook ads, like specific to the area that I was in. I, went out door to door and was talking to people about my coffee shop. Maybe I went to the local, the town hall to talk to them about, putting an ad in the newspaper or, ways that I can network and get my coffee shop really built up. And they actually come and do a grand opening. And on grand opening day, I sell out of coffee. I sell out of it. And people are like, this is amazing. I have to tell my friends about it. And business is booming for the next month, right? Okay. Now, scenario one, how long am I going to be in business? Probably not very long. Scenario two, where I made the decision to actively bring people to my business, to walk through my door, to purchase cups of coffee and muffins and all that good stuff, I'm going to be in business for a very long time because I'm establishing myself as a real tried and true business owner, right? It's the same thing online. And so many people get so confused because there's so many things out there and all this different stuff and shiny object syndrome every which way that we just want to help you simplify with this system. We're going to help you set up that coffee shop. We're going to help you drive people through your doors to buy coffee. Now, we're not actually selling coffee, but it's a hypothetical scenario that I want to walk you through. It's very similar to traditional businesses. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you here and walk you through this next piece. Let me just share my desktop. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do first is I'm going to actually show you what the kind of front end, or let's say the front of my coffee shop, what that looks like. So what people can see, interact with, touch, feel, whatever. Hopefully they're not tasting it because nobody wants, people licking, never mind. Anyway, so I'm going to go to reseller tools in my back office. And for an example, I'm just going to show you this, nothing you need to remember right now. I'm going to go to one of my dollar trial pages. And this is just one of several pages that Now Lifestyle has created for you in order to drive traffic to your business. Let's say, for example, I'm going to just click on this one. And what I love about this is that all of this is done for you. You don't have to worry about creating this page, setting it up, programming it, all of that. It's done for you. All right, so this, for example, would be a website that is pre-done for you, that's linked to you, that someone can actually go to and enter in their information, hit this, claim your 500 now, and up pops a video. And this is essentially, I think it's about a 15-minute video that walks them through what Now Lifestyle is, the value that is packed into this company on both the business side and the health and wellness side of things. And it also gives a ton of testimonials as far as the income that people are making. And I'll tell you what, If that person is serious about getting their business started, after this little timer runs out in about 5 minutes, a little green button is going to pop up here, and that person can get their business started for $1 and start test driving the system today. But what's really cool about this and about all of these web pages is that they're developed that the moment someone fills out their name and their email address and they hit go, the system, the lead capture system, captures their information and puts it on your list. And one thing that I want to tell you is that if you understand anything about building a business online, it's that the money is in your list. Typically, the larger of a network you have, the more money that you're making online. And so our entire goal is to help you drive traffic to your business, help you build that list, build that network, so that over time, you begin to build a solid, reputable business online. All right, so let me show you a little bit of the back end. Now, this is where you're going to really want to start taking notes. All right, so I'm going to go to your Now Lifestyle product suite, and you can follow right along with me here. I'm going to show you baby step number 1, how to get your lead capture system set up. This is all you need to do. Click here to enter your contact detail information for your emails. This is what I love about the system. Somehow I just pulled up the Oxford Dictionary. I have no idea how I did that on my computer. Bear with me, guys. Okay, there we go. Things happen. All right, so I clicked on that. And what you're going to see is some basic information that on your end is probably going to be empty. But for me, mine is filled out. So I would recommend stepping through this and filling it out. Give your full name, a best email address to reach you back at. This can be any email address. If you have a Gmail, Hotmail, whatever, totally fill that in. It's fine. A best cell phone number to reach you at. Your Facebook profile. And in order to find your Facebook profile, just a quick tip, all you need to do is go to facebook.com. I'm going to actually show you this because we get a lot of questions on this, by the way. I'm going to click on my profile. And what I can actually do is copy this right here, this URL, and I can just enter that right here. Okay. And then if you have a Skype address, go ahead and enter that. If you would like to leave one of these things blank, that's fine. I would definitely recommend filling in at least the first 4 things. Now, once you've completed that, hit update, and you're going to get a message from the system that says that everything is set up. That is literally how you set up your lead capture system. Now, what I want to help explain to you is that what the lead capture system just did for you automatically was that it took that information and basically it shrunk it down to a signature block. So if you've ever worked in a traditional company and you've got Outlook or some type of web mail application and you've got your signature, it says your name and your email and the company you work for and all of that, it basically took your information and plugged it into every single email that's in the lead capture system. So no matter what page you're driving traffic to, no matter what web page you're driving traffic to, your information is going to be preloaded. You don't have to go in and put your information into a bunch of emails. And so real quick, just as an overview, I kind of want to just show you where that information lands. So underneath here, you see this table and it says campaign and some information here. Underneath campaign are each essentially different identifiers. Each of these campaigns right here are linked to one of those web pages. Now, one of these, for example, like the coach's funnel that we'll focus on for this example, is linked to multiple pages. So no matter what page you choose, if it's linked to the coach's funnel, they're going to get those emails. And I want to tell you, I know that you probably have a million questions. A campaign is just a fancy word for a bunch of emails. And all they are emails that go out on a set schedule for you. So in your campaigns, I'm going to do just a quick dive here. I'm going to go to message and follow up. I'm going to show you where you can find these campaigns. So for example, let's say I'll go to my Now Lifestyle free customer. This is a campaign that has been set up for me. These are already preset. Typically, you'll find 5 different emails within your back office. I'll show you another one here. This is the Amazing campaign, which is another one. This one has 3. For you, it'll have 5 because my husband and I have done some customizing, but that's nothing you need to do from the beginning. And essentially, the system does all of this for you. So under here, you'll see subject line. This is email 1, 2, and 3. The moment that person enters their information on your website and hits go, they're going to get this email from you. And what's even cooler is see these little these symbols here, and it says subscriber first name. the system fills out their name for you. So Don, if you come to this and you say, you fill out your information, it's going to say, Donald, congrats, you're in. You don't have to worry about any of it. And what happens from there, I'm just going to dig a little deeper here. And again, this is nothing you need to go in and set up, but these are emails that are already set up for you. Now, my husband and I have gone in and done some customizing on our own, but we've been in business for a while. That's nothing that you need to do from day one in order to be effective. All right. Now, from here, the next piece would be to pick out, once you have your lead capture system set up, all right, so you've gone to here, you've entered in this information, you've hit update. We need to pick out the web page that you want to drive traffic to. And the way we do that is go to reseller tools. And for this example, I'm going to focus on underneath promo links and opportunity, the dollar trial. What I love about the dollar trial is that it gives people an opportunity to test our system fully for $1. It gives them access to everything outside of a couple of things that you actually need to upgrade to get to, but you can have your global business up and running for $1 and you can test drive the system for 7 days. So what we're going to do is we're going to select one of these pages, and I'm going to, just for the sake of this, say this wallet one. And these are all pages that are pre-built for you. They are tested and retested and tested again to ensure that they're working well, that they're converting well online, which basically just means, for the people that go to that web page, a certain percentage of them are clicking and filling out their information because they want more info. All you need to do at this point is hit copy link to clipboard. It's going to copy this link, which is unique to you, linked back to you. You don't have to worry about any of it. And from there, Adam is going to step in and show you exactly what you need to do in order to get traffic driving to your business. And when I say traffic driving to your business, I mean to this web page or whatever page you choose for yourself. All right. Do you want me to stop screen sharing?
If you'd like to,
okay,
yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. So we'll
Did you show them what that looks like on the bigger screen, just like we normally? Okay.
Yes, I did.
I assumed you had, but I didn't know.
All right. Here we go.
All right. So, guys, you just saw what we do. We do that 7-8 times a week with brand new people. And the thing about it is this business is awesome. It's also very simple if you keep it simple. So after they understand a little bit more, probably a lot more, about the lead capture system, what I do is I come back in and I talk about the simplicity of traffic. And a lot of what Ashleigh just said was pretty surface level, and that's what I do too. I'm not looking to confuse anyone. I'm looking to help them understand, because most often people have not actually been involved in online business, or they've been involved in several, but they just never made any money with any of them, which I hate that. Like, let's go make some money. And so here's the thing. If I'm just talking to the brand newest person, see what Ashleigh just showed you is really powerful. It's really awesome. Now, here's the cool thing. Everything in your business is about driving traffic to what's already been built for you, okay? Ashleigh went over what traffic is. There's two forms of traffic. To make this extremely simple, there's two ways to drive traffic. There is the free way and there is the fast way, okay? The free way is going to cost you time. The fast way is going to take an investment into yourself and into your business. Now, I'm not talking about spending an arm and a leg on traffic. I'm talking about investing whatever you're comfortable with so that you can take your link, give it to someone who does the work and drives the traffic for you, okay? We call that a solo ad. Here's what a solo ad is. A solo ad is someone that's created an enormous list that's targeted to a business like Now Lifestyle that you have the opportunity to tap into. All you have to do is take that pre-built link that's been created for you through Now Lifestyle, pass it to them, and they will guarantee you a certain amount of people will click on your link depending on the amount of or the value of the solo ad that you purchase, okay? Now, we have chosen to go the paid route, but we also use free traffic. When we first got started, we started out with paid traffic through solo ads for one reason. We both work full time. We're very busy. I don't have very many hours in a day to spend driving free traffic to my links, okay? So we invested in solo ads. Now here's the secret. when we invested in solo ads, we automatically had traffic driving to our business, right? So while traffic was driving to our business in a very passive manner, that's when we were learning about how to drive free traffic. Now, I'll tell you this, on the Now Lifestyle website, video number 6 under those videos is all about driving free traffic. It's about 2 hours long, okay? And so I want you to invest in yourself and learn about driving free traffic. But I'll tell you this, in our experience, some of the best forms of free traffic is things like YouTube and Instagram. We already told you that we found our personal coach and mentor on YouTube, okay? Ashleigh and I have been able to connect with so many awesome people because they've seen YouTube videos that we've shot and they reached out. The smartest thing that a new business owner can do is get traffic driving to their business as fast as humanly possible and keep steady traffic driving to your business, all the while learning the methods of free traffic. Okay? So, team, Now Lifestyle, that is it. That is literally what we do. Typically, we'll get that down to about 30 minutes at a time. You want to hop back in here? And sometimes what we start to do also is we'll have multiple people on at once that are all brand new. So we might have 3 or 4 brand new people all going through that process at the same time. And at the end of it, I always hop back in, make very, very certain that they understand the difference between free traffic and paid traffic, which, to be honest with you, they maybe still don't understand, but they are willing to take action. And that's what I want, because people that are willing to take action, I can coach, I can help. Notice, we did not talk anything about broadcast emails, did we?
Mm-mm.
We didn't even talk about follow-ups. Why? Because if you fire hose somebody and you give them too much at once, it's not okay. It's not, because then it becomes something that they can't duplicate. The thing is so simple, and everybody can have so much success with it. If you'll just slow down, go find yourself 5 or 6 people that you've taught how to do this process and form yourself a team. Because what happens with that 5 or 6 people is it goes to 10 or 20, and then 50, and then 100, and then 200, and then 500, then 1,000. And everybody knows what they're doing because you didn't confuse anything.
Yep. It's like you meet people where they are. And the whole point of this is to not fire hose people with a bunch of information, because let's be honest, when you're first coming online, it's overwhelming. Like, there are so many things out there. You get bombarded with emails. Like, I mean, I'll give Joel this, like, he's good at marketing, but the guy sends out a ton of emails, and we get questions from people like, I just got a ton of emails. We even tell people like, hey, you've got us. We're your lifeline. You pay attention to us. Like, if you see something from Joel and you have a question on it, please feel free to follow up with us, but don't feel like you need to open everything. And so there's tons of information coming at you. But what's amazing is that the system was designed to be intuitive so that, the most brand new person can get their business up and running and get started, and they can walk through steps 1, 2, and 3, take a pause, like get that set up, get their traffic running.
Yep.
And then it's time to talk about broadcasts, and then they're going to start asking questions about guaranteed paid signups and all that sort of stuff. And by that time,
those are great questions.
Yes, they're more prepared. And we know that if people, we want people to not just get in and go away and go to work and then get frustrated and quit. Like, we want people to make sure that they know that they've got someone to rely on, or a team to rely on, that they can answer questions to. And so that is also where the power of the community comes in. And, I know that the Now Lifestyle Facebook page is an awesome community that people can go ask questions to. If you don't know how to get there, literally go to facebook.com, log in as yourself, and go type in nowlifestyle.com, and it'll pull up. People do have to ask to be accepted. I think before this webinar, I probably approved 20 different people into that page, which is awesome. But I always let people know, like, hey, there's another place that you can plug in and, get questions answered. Adam and I personally have our own team page. That's just something that we've chosen to do as leaders, and our people know that they can plug folks in, and there's tons of content on those pages. And I know many of the other Now Lifestyle leaders have their pages as well that people can go to. So we make sure we get them plugged into the Now Lifestyle Facebook page, and then our personal team Facebook page as well.
Boom.
So
here's the next piece of this, guys. If you plug into these webinars on Monday, we'll always give you another piece of the puzzle. And the other piece of the puzzle that I want to give everyone tonight is that most times when you're talking to someone on the other end of a computer screen, they don't really care that you're a real human being with actual life going on in the background or not.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's what I've learned, because we've got a coach who's got a ton of life going on all the time. There is times where he takes time out of his schedule to connect with us when his son is having some issues or is not very comfortable because he's got a lot of difficulties that he was born with. That man takes time out of his life to help us. And I want you guys to know that you need to take time out of your life or arrange your life to where you've got some time free so that you can focus, and I'm telling you, focus on the person that's across the computer screen from you. And honestly, this isn't fair, it's not right, but they really don't care how long your day was.
Mm-hmm.
They really don't care about, honestly, they really don't care about your lifelong struggles. And can I be very transparent? Don't tell somebody every little hard thing that's ever happened to you in your life. But if they're willing to tell you theirs, I recommend you listen, because you are the coach at that point, not the coachee.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're willing to duplicate that, you're willing to start a massive movement that grows beyond you, and you can build a machine that way.
It's like sowing and reaping. The more you sow, the more you will reap. And if you just meet people where they are and are open and honest and transparent with them and help them plug into the system, you guys, you're going to see growth. It's going to happen. And over time, it's going to amaze you what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So
I bet there's people that launched this company that have been through way more than anybody will ever know about. And they launched it anyways.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Paul, do we need to do the dollar trial? Yes, absolutely. That's how you start now lifestyle.
Yeah, Paul, if you are currently a free member, I don't know if you're a free member or not, or maybe you're just checking things out for the first time, but I would get in touch with the person that invited you here, or if you got an email, follow up with that person, hit a reply, and ask them how you can get that started. Mm-hmm. If you do have a free account, you can actually log in through nowlifestyle.com. And I think there's an area that you can just click to upgrade.
You can sign straight up for a $50 a month membership.
Yeah.
Paul, text me your questions because I know what Paul that is. I think we can probably clarify
is that
it.
Paul?
That's Paul.
He's got his dollar
we
trial.
Know Paul.
Yeah.
Anyway. No, Paul, the way that you'll market this thing online is everybody's going to start out on a dollar trial. That's important because it acts in a filter and finding out if they're actually serious about building a business with you or not.
Yeah.
You want that step to be in place.
Should we take the next, maybe 5 minutes for questions?
5 minutes. Let's do it.
Okay. I'm going to pull out of this view because this is hard when a lot of people ask.
Hey, Paul, text me.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Now I remember.
There you go.
Okay.
We're still learning.
I know we are. It's all good.
Hey, Wanda. Good to see you on.
God love Wanda. Okay. Penn State, 92. Can you touch on correct downline placements of new people? That's a really great question and something we get asked a lot. Do you want to do a high level or you want to refer?
Well, here's what you want to make sure you understand. We operate in a binary structure. That means two. You have a right and a left leg. When you're first getting started, here is my best advice I can give to you. Place on the far outside right and the far outside left, always at the bottom. And I recommend you bounce back and forth until you know for a fact you've got a solid business builder and leader in each leg. And then just go start identifying people to work with, but don't ever stop driving depth in either one of those legs because depth equals stability.
There it is. Any other questions?
It's a very good question, by the way. We get that one a lot.
Holy cow, yes. Like 80 people on that.
All right. How do I add all my paid members to a new list for emails?
That's a great question, David. Do you know how to do that?
You can share the screen if you want to. Otherwise, you can defer.
All right.
This would probably be really, really valuable to share the screen and go over quick.
Yeah. All right. So let me just pull up my back office to make sure I'm in the right spot. So I'm not doing a bunch of jumping around on you. Goodness gracious. I'm trying to think if we need to add them to that or to that.
Well, I would focus on the lead capture system. It's just the most duplicatable process in NLS stuff. Everybody watching, can they see this? Are you sharing? Can everybody see this?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
I haven't started
hang tight. You might want to start from the home page so they know how to get there.
Hold on. Actually, no. You want to do it from, you'd have to create a new campaign and an autoresponder.
Okay.
Okay, so this might be, without me
A little
going
bit more in
into,
depth than we want to get into on this.
yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Penn State 1992. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're at, but you are more than welcome to follow up with Adam and I. You can literally reach out to us on Facebook. We'd be happy to walk you through that. That's a little bit more advanced, and I just don't want to confuse anyone if they're watching and they're new. So feel free to follow up with us and we can walk you through that. Or excuse me, that was David. I'm sorry. David was the one who asked that question. David, great question, by the way. DJ, what percentage of folks are responding to you? I have a low percentage and even lower with phone numbers. I send 13 emails in the first 18 days. Any ideas? How to increase response?
Well, I think it's understanding the expectations of it. Now, I'm not sure if you're asking where did this traffic come from? Was it Facebook leads? Was it solo ads? That's actually really important to understand before we answer this question, if you can chime in on that quick. Okay. Yep. Yep. If you're talking about broadcast emails and your open rate, anything above 10% is amazing. 10% or above, amazing. Okay. Some Facebook leads, some guaranteed, and some are generic. Okay. Facebook leads take a lot of follow-up. Facebook leads are people that have signed up for a free account. Okay. I know people all day long that sign up for free stuff. So the way to capitalize on those is follow-ups over a period of time. Guaranteed paid signups do not automatically hit your list for your broadcast emails. You have to actually manually put those into your list. Okay. So I've sent 13 emails in the first 18 days. How many people is on your list would be my next question.
DJ went quiet on us. That's all right, though.
Honestly, DJ, until you've got at least 1,000 people on your list, just keep driving traffic.
Mm-hmm. We purchased in our first month, or I don't know, but
fairly small, about 620. DJ, you're doing awesome. I'm just telling you to keep going because those numbers will change.
Yeah, exactly.
What the best web to do for video in the beginning? Julia?
Sorry,
what's the best?
What's the best? I don't know what she's asking.
I'm sorry. Are you asking what's the best website to post videos on when you're new?
Or what's the best website to do videos?
Yes. Yeah. YouTube.
For beginning.
Do YouTube?
Possibly. Okay.
Post them to YouTube. I would recommend YouTube. Just start getting it. Just first and foremost, it's about getting comfortable with yourself in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Faisal,
what's up, my man?
Man, he shows up every single Monday. I'm excited to meet you in Texas, dude.
Yeah. Do you recommend me buying guaranteed paid signups to really build the business? It's finding with Facebook leads response rate is around 7%. Yeah.
My honest opinion, yes, absolutely. As long as you're willing to connect with them and follow up, teach them how to set up their LCS and drive traffic 100% every day of the week. We
recommend guaranteed paid signups is kind of one of those, and Facebook leads too, is really one of those like you can do, but we recommend like you are comfortable in following up with people. It's so tough if you're a brand new person, you're trying to follow up with Facebook leads, or guaranteed paid signups. We've had some amazing people come through our business with guaranteed paid signups. So, it's awesome. Okay. That's awesome. Sean Mullen, I have one Facebook paid lead that just joined the $1 trial within 2 days.
I'll tell you this too. Sean knows how to follow up with people.
Sean is the man.
As a brand new person, or Facebook leads awesome. Well, they're a way to drive traffic to your business. I'll never tell you not to.
Yeah, exactly.
But I just want you to understand, just be willing to follow up.
All right. I think we got a couple logistics, couple big things to talk through.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Sure.
All right, we're going to do that. So you guys, awesome questions tonight. Thank you so much. If we didn't get to your questions, there's plenty of other opportunities to ask questions. You can always go to the Now Lifestyle page on Facebook and check that out. One other thing that I want to share with you, actually two, I'll let Adam share the other one because it's super exciting and it deals with tomorrow night because it's going to be super awesome, but I'm going to share my page with you real quick. And that is one thing. If you go to nowlifestyle.com and you log in as yourself, you see this little guy right here, this little ticket stub. Believe it or not, Now Lifestyle is having their first ever national convention. It's going to be in Schertz, Texas, which is very close to San Antonio, October 4th, 5th, and 6th. You can click that button in your back office to purchase your tickets. It is 58 days away. We have some early bird pricing that is happening. And you guys, this is going to be an amazing event. One thing that Adam and I learned very early on in growing offline businesses and online businesses is that when these events happen, you want to be there. It will accelerate your growth 10 times. You will walk out of that place with your hair on not literal, hypothetical
yes,
fire.
literal.
Maybe literal fire. You have an opportunity to tag up and get around some of the top leaders in this company. There is so much stuff coming into this thing. I can't even tell you. We were talking to our coach, Daniel Kump, who's actually helping kind of put the event together with this handsome fella, Mr. Joel Tyrion. And this man right here is so passionate about helping people. If you want to come learn from one of the best in the business, you will get there and you will get to hear his heart and the heart of so many other people. Some of these other keynote speakers, you guys, these are some of the most genuine, amazing people that we've met. This guy right here is our personal coach and mentor that we have the honor and the privilege to get to work with every day. So much is happening, different ticket prices. Honestly, if you're strapped, this one right here, this basic 2-day event pass is going to get you in for $197 per person.
You get $1 million education in 3 days for $200, which is a tax write-off on top of it.
That's true. And I look at that. I remember a college credit. Now, my college was paid for because I was a smart kid.
Mine wasn't.
One college credit was probably this much.
Yeah.
And like one class was like 4 credits. That's insane. You're talking 3 days. For this, it's 2 days, but you can come in early and hang out with us if you want to for $200. Like, you can't beat that. That's all I'm going to say about that. Those types of events are the events that you want to get to in your business. If you're serious about growing this business and you're sitting there saying, yeah, I'm serious about my business, you're not serious unless you get to Schertz.
Well,
Texas.
I think it's just to be super transparent and real with you guys. When I was young trying to learn how to do something in this industry, I wanted the respect of the leadership that had come before me. And the first thing that I learned and realized was the way I got their respect was to be at those events. I don't know how else to put that. If you're really serious about having mentorship, and if you're serious about making $1 million a year, but you're afraid to figure out $200 for a weekend, you might, I'm just being nice to you, realign your goals, because millionaires don't ever let $200 get in the way of making $1 million a year.
And what was that you said?
I don't know which part.
If you can't afford to go.
If you can't afford to go, you can't afford not to be there. From the bottom of our hearts, I know Ashleigh and I have been to conferences in the past where we were so very poor, we could afford like one cheeseburger to split
on the way home.
On the way
counting
back.
Change on the bus.
I'm not kidding you. Do you want to take a tour of our house? It was worth it. It was worth it. Hey, it was worth it. I get a little bit passionate when I start talking about the things that really matter. Mm-hmm. And this is one of them.
Other things that matter tomorrow night. You want to share?
Okay. Now this is what's really fun. When you get serious about it, and when you remove your own excuses, and when you get to those events, you have the opportunity to learn how to do some cool stuff. When you learn how to market your business, which Ashleigh just showed you how to, you get an opportunity to connect with some of the most awesome people you could ever imagine being associated with. And I met a guy about 2 months ago. His name's Derek Nelson, lives up in New York State City. He sounds like a New Yorker to me, but I'm a Midwestern guy.
Yeah.
And I talked to him on the phone the first time, and he's like, "Hey, is this thing real?" Like, "Yeah, yes, sir, it's real." He's like, "Oh yeah, what do I got to do?" And I said, "Hey, man, I think the best thing to do is hop onto a webinar with my wife and I, so we can make sure that you understand how everything works." He's like, "Oh yeah, okay, let's do that." And then he showed up. Okay, but that wasn't it. He showed up and he took action. Mm-hmm. And fast forward 2 months, I'm willing to bet he's probably got at least 300 people in his downline right now. So 0 to 300 in 2 months, smokes what Ashleigh and I did. I know what his why is. I know how passionate he is. He's a family man. He's got a beautiful family. He's willing to work hard. He's willing to do whatever it takes. He's willing to learn. He's willing to drive traffic. He's willing to follow up. His dream's real and becoming more real all the time. Well, what if I was to tell you he gets to be interviewed in front of all of Now Lifestyle tomorrow night with our personal coach and mentor, Daniel Kump?
Pretty awesome.
Because he will be. If you guys want to have excuses removed, or forget about that, hang on. If you want to hang on to your excuses, keep them in your back, that's fine too. If you want to get some real, genuine, awesome, honest thought process from one of the sharpest guys that I've been around in a long time when it comes to building a business, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time, Daniel Kump, right? Derek Nelson, live to all of Now Lifestyle.
Right back here.
They will knock it out of the park. Derek Nelson is one of the most awesome emerging leaders in all of Now Lifestyle. You guys get to see him firsthand. You get to see him when he's just getting started, because a year from now, it'll be too late. He'll be enormous. I recommend recording this and watching a guy like Derek Nelson when he's brand new. Tomorrow night, it's going to be awesome. I can guarantee you I'm bringing my notebook.
Bringing our notebook. Not only that, but we're also sending out an email to our I don't know how many people we have on our list.
I would recommend, and here's a secret, guys. Secret. Send out a broadcast email when you know you got a rock star coming on to Now Lifestyle. Let your list see what you see. You don't have to show them. Let them see what you see.
Do you know how to find that? Do you
Show
know how to
them.
find the link?
Well, yeah, I know how to find the link, but if you're going to share the screen, let's share the screen.
Before we close out, here's how you do it. Tomorrow night, if you want to invite people, actually, I recommend and suggest that you invite people out to this webinar because it's going to be amazing. Let me share my desktop.
I'm going to stay logged on after this so I don't miss anything.
It's true.
Until tomorrow night.
All right, so I'm going to go to nowlifestyle.com. Let me share this bad boy right here. Go to log in as yourself. Go to Reseller Tools. Under Reseller Tools right here, you've got a live call schedule. Pretty awesome. I know that guy. That's a good-looking couple right there. Every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern Time. All you need to do is highlight this link. Copy it. It's your,
which is personalized to you, obviously.
Your unique link. It's going to have your username after it, and all you need to do is go in and copy that and hyperlink it in your broadcast email. That is all you need to do. Put in a quick message. I know typically the corporation sends out messages ahead of time as well. You can steal some of their lingo if you want to.
I'm telling you, they mean more coming from you.
Man, this guy is amazing. Leader on the rise. He has so much perspective he brings to this business.
I know what he puts in and how much extra work he does in his day-to-day life so that he can build the future of Now Lifestyle, because he knows where this company is going.
He's smart. It's because he's smart.
Yeah. And he's an awesome guy to talk to. I talk to him every day.
He's awesome.
I can't wait to meet him.
All right. So it is 9 o'clock. It is right at the hour. We are going to get out of here. You guys have an amazing night. We will see you back here tomorrow.
Hey, if you guys want to win some free stuff, show up 10 minutes early next Monday. We'll ask some questions, and we might have some cool things for you. Little free tools and things like that. They're important.
Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you soon.